All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So I am out in the garden because today is the day that we harvest this yarrow. It's laying all over. It's ready to come out of the garden. Okay, this is what I mean by it's just laying all over. Look at that. It's laying over. It's ready to come out of there. So look at that. That's a beautiful sight. And that's going to make our family some wonderful medicine. Now I am going to use these blooms for certain, but I'm also going to use the leaves of the yarrow plant. Now I don't know if this is going to actually grow back before the summer is over, but the blooms that look like this, I'm going to leave them a couple of more days, maybe 3 more days, and then I'll come back out to see how they are doing, check them out. But these here are perfectly ready. Okay, and that's all that I'm going to take for today. And I should be able to get a couple of containers. Okay, so that's what we have for this harvest. That's a nice size basket full. And so this is what I was referring to. I'm going to leave those for a few more days until they open up, and then I'll come back and grab those. And in the next batch I'll be drying, so I won't be making tinctures from the next batch. I'm just going to dry the next batch out, and then we'll use it for tea. So the next batch I'm going to come back out and get in a few days, and that batch I'm going to actually dry. I'm going to dehydrate. I'll be infusing oil and making some healing salve with the next batch. Now I always use fresh plant material to make my tinctures because I want all of the compounds that is in the fresh plant matter. I want all of that in my tincture. I don't want to lose any of the properties. Some herbs, they can lose some of the potency when you dehydrate them. Let's go inside and make some tinctures. Make your own discretion about whether you're just going to use the leaves or whether you're just going to use the blooms. But I believe strongly in balance, and so I want to use the whole plant instead of just using one over the other. Now, yarrow is good for bladder infections, too heavy bleeding. That's one of the things that it's been known for a very long time, is that it was used in times of war, where if someone was injured and they were badly injured, they would use the yarrow plant in order to stop the heavy bleeding, to pack a wound, basically make a poultice and then pack it. So this is one that I don't want to have to use for that reason for anybody in the family, but I'm really glad that we do have it on the property just in case. Do your research, because remember, guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm just my family's doctor. I'm confident in treating my family, and that's what I've been doing for the longest period of time, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So go ahead, and if you're going to try this, make sure you do your research. Do your research for yourself. Let's talk about some of the benefits. So yarrow is also good for bladder infections and kidney health. Also good for sinus infections. It's good for kidney infections. I just believe everybody should have this. But I can't tell you to have this. Trying to fight a cold? Yes. Yep. A bug bite, a wound, any of that type of stuff, you can definitely utilize this particular tincture, or like I said, I'm going to make some salve for topical use. I really thought that cutting this up, I was going to get a lot of this inside of the jar, but I harvested a lot of yarrow, so I didn't realize I harvested quite that much. I guess I should have known from that big container, that big basket that my sister gifted to me. I should have known that it was full. So I want this really strong, and so that's why I put so much plant matter in this one container. But I'm going to show you in a minute just how much I have left over. So now, when it comes down to the alcohol, now Everclear is illegal in the state of Florida, so I never have access to it. But I just use, I think the most that we have is 80-90 proof. So this is a 80 proof vodka, and that's usually what I use with making my fresh plant matter tinctures. That's typically what I use. I don't know if I've ever had over 90 proof, and my tinctures turn out fantastic. And now you want to go ahead and fill that up, fill it all the way up before you put your top on the container. And you want to fill it up because you don't want any air getting down into your container. Once you close it up, you want it to be looking nice and fresh and not oxidizing your plant material. So it's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. And you go ahead and make sure you put your label on it so that you'll know exactly what you have in your container. And this is how much I have left. Look at this. Look at this. There's still so much left in here. And so I'm going to get a couple more containers and go ahead and fill, well, actually I only have enough alcohol for one more container. So I probably should have just went ahead and used like a half-gallon size jar and put this all in one, but that's okay. If you only have the smaller containers, then you can just use the smaller containers and don't even stress it. But that's how I make the yarrow tincture. That's how I make the majority of my tinctures. Some of them are slightly different, but for the most part, that's how we make a tincture. And remember, guys, to always do your own research. Ask your own holistic practitioner about all types of herbs, and ask your doctor about other things. Because remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm just my family's doctor. See you guys on the next video.